Hello and welcome to Goa News Now. Elections are already over now. Polling for the elections are over. 23 days are left for the big day. Everyone who contested the elections are expecting the results to be in the favor of theirs. From big political parties to regional parties and independents. Everybody has high hope. Political parties are thinking that they will be in a position to form the next government, and this calculations are going on, even though the hectic schedule in which the politicians were running day and night throughout the campaign have ended, but calculations still continues. To discuss more about after elections, we have Vasco's Congress candidate Carlos Almeida ji. We welcome him in the show. Welcome, sir. Uh, we wanted to know first question, sir. After this hectic schedule, from a bullet train to a passenger train, suddenly everything is stopped. Now, no running here and there. How is the feel now?
I've had this, some years back, so many elections where we had municipal election, we had MP election, MLA. So we have had this. So we know how to handle it.
Yeah, but besides that handling, if that calculation things are going on in mind, or you have got yourself relaxed now?
See, we have got we had a plan, and we have worked as per the plan.
And what about the your team? Are they are relaxed or gone home, or they are still working somewhere here and there?
See, they are at home right now, but then we are doing the working in the office of calculation. See, because essence is what we have to know who voted, how they voted. I would say the pattern.
Okay. When we talk about this election, as a journalist, this was not a new thing. It was a very different election this time. Uh, Voters were confused. Politicians were also confused more or less, and things were changing every day. So, how you look at this election as compared to other previous elections?
See, we had played a different game this time, mainly because of COVID. Because we got good house tour properly. There were no big meetings, no rallies. So because that we had to play, we had to play different type of game. But we have played our game.
And what is the your prediction? How you are confident about this election now?
See, last 5 years back, I won by fluke. But this time a victory is there of us for sure.
You are known as one of the master planner in political arena. So, any big plan you had made to get your victory ensured?
See, victory will be there by because planning and working on. I have a team of counselors. I have a team in all 12 wards, and we have worked on a plan. So we are on a game plan. See, we had a football tournament. How the final? We play the game and then we play the finals. Now we had semi-final of the municipal council. So we have won that round. So now we're going to win this round finals.
Any moment you remember or recall where you felt that this should have not happened in this election? Because I am sure you must have seen so many elections. This is the third as a MLA candidate. Otherwise, you were in municipal level politics. So anything you remember that felt that no, this bad.
I felt bad this time just because the PI was he was arrogant, very brutal, and that was the bad part. He was playing one side politics. The PI was brutal.
Anything other than that,
Nothing else. Nothing major.
everything was going as per the plan.
Everything is fine.
Sir, when we look at this election, I think social media played a major role. Do you agree with this?
I agree with that. We have got a team also. I got a social media team. Last 6 months, almost 1 year it passed. So we have been working on that.
So, when you look at social media, there are pros and cons. at times social media can be boon, and at times it can be dangerous, disastrous. Any experiment or experience with regards to social media this time?
Social media, see, we have seen only fake news. Fake news is one thing that you can mop something video, and we don't, people don't know, can't make out. But then that is long run, it is bad. See, it may have an effect per day, that day, but then after it's bad. So it's like
Because when we see social media posts, many times what we have seen, the posts are always from opposition parties trying to defend the candidate or trying to have a mimic out of it. Do you think such campaigns are also allowed in this free and fair, so-called free and fair elections?
I'm not playing late, and see, it's not good. It's bad for the person and for the family, for the party. It depends how you do the game. See, sometimes it is this like Muruga. There was some sex scandal that has it will have an effect on his family. So it's bad for the family or for the person. So I think it should not happen. This mob thing.
And when we look at social media, do you think that people are trying to misuse it or overuse it when it comes to election?
I will not agree with you totally. Misuse is not, maybe overuse is one thing, it may be, but misuse not, they get scared because we got new laws now. So then you can't misuse it. Maybe some few people are misusing it, but overall you can't misuse it.
Acha, when we talk about the current election, which the polling held recently, uh, what kind of response you think Congress would get overall in Goa?
There was a wave against the BJP. Price, the inflation, sex scandal, land job scandal, land scandal, everywhere. There was a wave against BJP. So I don't think that, it's a tsunami coming. It has come and swept Goa. Tsunami. At that stage.
And if you win this time, any positions or some lucrative post is expected?
I I I would want to I would like to go back at Chairman Kadamba because I've got my project to complete. Bus stand. So I may go there also. I may ask for that post.
But since you are a senior person and in Congress leadership, you also ranks, in one of the first five senior persons. Still, you will try to go in corporation side, not a minister side.
I don't mind. So see, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how the party decides whom they want where. Then I'll take a call that time.
And certain news were there in the air just before the election, some scam thing and all that emerging out. Do you think such kind of news, just on the eve of election, would dent Congress party in small way or a bigger way?
Scam. It depends what type of scam, allegation or with proof. Scams you can have different scams of different type, but then they have to give proof of the scam.
No, no. There was a social media platform used by a news channel commenting and trying to say that they have exposed three Congress MLA, one TMC MLA with regards to some.
And it's a fake. See, because after that, and last day, it was done the last day. So then they have to get a chance to counter it, the same people, and they failed to do that.
Coming back to your personal thing, when you were busy in campaigning, what time you used to start up?
I should, in the morning, it depends. Early morning, early morning, I start with my phone. I should make calls to people, and then later in the day, I should go out. Then meetings were lined up, interaction lined up, house visits were lined up. So a lot of things, corner meetings are there.
I know, but now suddenly there is a full stop. So now still you are getting up early or chilling mood?
No. See, it's gone in the system. You can't sleep one day early, one day late. You have to do it every day. It's comes with system. I can do that. I do my exercise now early morning. I got some I do at home. I got at home I do exercise. So I spend my time that way.
Any holiday plans after these so tiring elections?
Holiday will be after March.
So you're waiting for after March. Okay. Coming back to Vasco politics, this time the elections was a bit different. What we saw, voters were confused. Do you agree with this? We have heard people saying voters were confused
I don't think so, but we're not confused.
because many people they were reluctant to talk on this issue, whom to vote. Besides the political supporters, general public were reluctant. They were saying very confusing. They were not ready to accept a clear mandate to one particular party or a candidate.
See, a vote, nobody will tell you whom is going to vote. Maybe he may discuss with you, but he will not tell you whom is going to vote. Even as a person, if you ask me, you have to ask whom I'm going to vote, I will not tell you. Voting is my right. And see, nobody's otherwise they block the booth.
But what is your prediction this time? Margin prediction.
My margin,
Yeah.
I think it will be about 2,000 votes
With 2,000 votes.
lead.
And who is the next after you?
Next, we'll have to see. Saifullah Khan is there, Daji Salkar is there.
So whom you rate as second and third number?
I'll rate second my main opponent. It was the BJP, Daji Salkar.
Okay. And third is Saifullah Khan.
Saifullah Khan he may come fourth.
So third, who is third?
I don't know. It depends. There's a big fight for the third seat. Saifullah Khan West is fighting. Then Shiv Sena is fighting. Many people are fighting for third seat.
Even AAP is there.
Aap also there.
Okay. So we'll take a short break. We'll come back with more questions. Till then, bye. Welcome back. Now, since political discussions are going on, we would like Mr. Almeida to know, to speak to us something about coal. Do you think the coal pollution issue had any kind of, election agenda this time?
See, that is like when we kill somebody slow poison. Like coal is slow poison. I've been against coal for so many years past. Even I told the municipal council take a resolution to ban coal transportation. But then nothing has stopped. Even then, lockdown time, I said stop heavy lockdown. They had coal in the port to transport, so there's no lockdown in Vasco. Otherwise, Vasco would have been much safer of COVID.
You reminded me of a issue which I remember that council had taken a resolution to stop coal transportation, and they were supposed to do some kind of a movement. So you were also part of your council was there that time, right? So what happened? Nothing happened. Why it is like that?
See, that time, that time, Deepak Nagar chairperson. Deepak Nagar, we wrote to the collector to implement the resolution. But then plus we sent a reminder again to the CEO, but it was not done because Milind Naik was involved in that as steward, the agent. He was holding it, Milind Naik.
Do you think after getting elected, if you're getting elected, whether this issue you will be taking up aggressively?
See, coal issue, even my party, Congress party, has taken in the manifesto. So we don't want coal. And if they want coal to bring, they can get it from Mangalore port, Karwar port, and take it to their factories. Buy from Goa only.
Another aspect which many of voters noticed was this was the first time three different parties from Kharewada, one canoe association, one trawler association, and fisher folks association came united. They were seen together roaming with you and campaigning for you. How was this magic was done?
The main cause is inflation and Mr. Modi. Modi had promised a lot of people. अच्छा दिन आएगा 8 years back. अच्छा दिन आए नहीं अभी तक. See how we got them because petrol rise there, petrol rise, price rise, market was not built, fish market. Then trawler, they have not got subsidies from the government so many years, so many months together. And see there are three lobbies. One trawler lobby, second canoe lobby, third is the fish vendors. So luckily, I managed to get all on board for the Congress party. And see, we have it's a big party. Congress is a very old party. So I'm lucky on that count that they give me a ticket.
Yeah, but how you managed this? They are the ones who were not even on a position to sit across the table. So convincing such two oppositions at one time on and making them one, how that magic was played.
See, they have got the issue like fish vendors had an issue with me. I said I'm sorry to them. Fish vendor. Second is the Keanu fellow. I said they got issues. They got jetty. I said I will you should plan it out. Even taller people, I said we'll do the job. See, finally we have to sit across the table and convince them. So we have done that.
And when you were speaking with them, what was the issue? They were against the existing government, or they were against the policies, or they were. What was the issue when they were speaking with you?
Basically, they have not got their money, their subsidies. Now, see, when you go fishing out, you have to get, there's no catch. But then you pay for the diesel. You can't get, you have to pay for the fuel. By the time the subsidy will come after 3 years, then what they eat? That's one reason. Second, even the repair, they got no place to repair the nets. They got no place to ride on the boats. All, then there's no jetty, proper jetty. Damage to the boats. So they upset the government.
Okay, so since that they were upset with the government, they decided to support you this time. Another major issue which many Vasco cars would love to know now, since there is two major political parties fighting in Port Town, that is Congress and BJP, and since you have chunk of councillors with you, do you think that there'll be any change in guard or politically any change in the municipal level also?
See, municipal level, they have there's no party symbol there. I don't think anything will happen there.
And the issues like you had raised the issue of municipality building and all other issues and all that, whether that issue will be your priority now?
See, those issues, Milan Naik has made money in that, and we have seen the site of the building. So he'll be taken to task, Milan Naik.
Okay. And when we comes, when we talk about the projects and all that, if you're elected, what would be your first priority? Which project you think should be the first, second, third?
See, my first project will be the the bus stand. Second is the fish market. Third is the fire brigade building, and they're on. So they'll happen, and then I want to build a ground of Tane Hotel. The open ground. Even there also go shipyard gave us 50 lakhs approval at present. So that is then jetty is there. Many things are there in line.
Multi-purpose you were talking just some time back to me. Multi-purpose parking and all that.
See, we have, behind the code, we have identified a site. Even plans have been drawn for multi-store parking. But then there what it should be self-sufficient. So maybe we want to change that into some restaurant, so we can get money on that on the top floor with a good view.
There are all plans. Now, one important question. Again, the four pillar questions. So, today, while talking to Deepak Naik, Vasco BJP Mandal president, he said that you have already removed four pillar. You want to change out of four pillar. You want to change two pillar, and other two pillars goes, then the building goes down. Do you think that you are left with this four pillar option, or you are more options available now?
See, as you the four people. What is called by your team. Four pillars. Say two pillars have become weak. We can change one two pillars. So now two people two pillars have been. I'll change them. Nanda and Deepak. Nothing big in that. I may add some more props also in that.
But since they were talking, they still continues to say that you are their friend. So this friendship will remain now, or it's over.
See, friendship is there, but not in politics. Political life separate. See, Deepak Naik has gone with the BJP. Nanda has gone to the BJP. Fine, you go to. I have no issue. when you go to the road, when there's a crossroad, you have to go over line, on road. So they've gone their path.
And one question: ifs and buts. If it happens that you win, and if this happens that Nanda and Deepak wants to, come back to you, will your doors will be open?
My doors are always open. I've got lot of extra space. Like I can do the plane and go down.
Okay, thank you. So this was Carlos Almeida. He has revealed his plans for Vasco. He said if elected, certain projects will be his priority, and most importantly, coal pollution will be his prime importance, which he will be taken up aggressively, as the party itself, the Congress party itself, has promised to take up the issue. We'll be interviewing more such candidates who had contest election, and we will try to find out what they feel after the poll result. Any last sum up statement you want to make, sir, about the voters and anything?
I want to vote. I want to tell all the voters, stay cool, play cool, and we are going to win.
Any thanking message to them?
Before I think now, I want everybody take care of COVID because we want them. I want everybody. I've seen people dying because of COVID last few years, and and with the government, I hope the government changes for the good. But please take care of yourselves.
Thank you very much, sir. That was nice talking to you, and we'll be talking to more such political candidates and try to know what they feel after the elections and what would be the course of action in next 23 days. So till then, take care. Bye bye.